You're such an asshole.
So barely skimming, the articles I get just to how long is it? How long did I get? How much I got to charge? That's basically it. So the request for this guy's request, or the title for this guy's request is "Return to Office: Women Most Affected." And I'm wondering, it can go one of two ways. Is it going to be Schrodinger's feminist, where if it serves her purpose, she's empowered, but if it serves other purpose, she's a victim and oppressed? Kind of like that, but is it going to be, isn't that good? Okay. The article implies more women are working from home than men, or fewer women are accepting return to office things. Something like, well, that's a good thing. Isn't that good? They more for women, I'm for everybody working at home. I don't care if less at corpo offices, the better. Fuck you, corporations. So I thought, well, that's good for women, an insincere thing. Well, good for you. But wait, hold on. Is it going to be so women aren't in on the gossip and at the office, and this is going to be a wage gap, right? We're always going to look at the bad side of things. And it comes from Inc., which is not a serious publication. It's like Fortune and Forbes and other article or publications that start with F. These are the clickbait bullshit. Take an obscure statistic and warp it type of deal. So, Inc. More women are staying away as return to office mandates soar. Here's why. There's a wide range of reactions to strict RTO rules, but new data show these policies may harm some workers more than others. Okay, we're going the harm route, right? Women, we're going the women most affected route, it looks like. Now, and women learn that they can stay at home and maybe work another gig and their mental health improve. It's going to be, oh no, woman most of it, right? Do I have to break out the violin? Even as more companies wrap up or modify the remote work protocols and call for their employees to return to the office, a gender divide is emerging. Is it? Hang on, who wrote this? Kit Eaton. Let me ask you. Hang on, you got Twitter? Kite Eaton. 12,000. Oh, look at your ridiculous. Oh, you got blue hair on your avatar. Let me ask you something. Oh, you're writing for Fast Co, Gizmodo, New York Times. Let me, okay, buddy. Is it a guy? Looks like a guy. You got blue hair. Is this a real serious piece? Or are you just clickbaiting? The mainstream media lost the American public because you are leftist Marxist fucks and you lied all the time. Right? You did not report the news. You were biased, washed up boomer journos who didn't want to work for a living. That's it. Modern day media has to worry about you guys all clickbaiting now. Whatever drove the leftist bent or bias of the traditional media in the olden days. Something, I don't know what it was, but the leftist bias destroyed mainstream media. Forever. No, Anderson Cooper, go fuck yourself. Fuck you. I don't hate the guy personally, but hey, read teleprompt and Marxist leftist bullshit, you Nepo baby. I'm not listening. The View, get fucked. Now, seriously, we've had the mainstream, the new media, the internet media, the PJ media, right? Since the blogging days we had for 10, 15 years. Do we already got to worry about you writing clickbait slop? The motivation isn't leftist politics. Now it's profit at the cost of everything, including the truth. So is there really a gender divide, or are you saying gender divide because, ooh, saucy? This recent finding follows the latest headline-grabbing move by Starbucks CEO Brian Niccol, who recently told corporate employees to be in the office 4 days a week or accept a buyout. Okay, fine, bye. By the way, backdrop. The media or whoever might make it look like, hey, RTO, it's serious, you got to get back now. Not fun and games. Then why are corporate downtown office skyscrapers selling for 11 cents on the dollar? Why is there a corporate collapse in commercial real estate prices? See, if I don't give a fuck what people say. One thing that's great about economics, you start looking at prices, there's your answer. No, you corpos are losing. So CEO Nicole of Starbucks. Let's talk about Ray Starbucks. That's fine. You better be fuck you. Everybody, okay? Let's practice. If you need me to teach you, I have a lot of experience telling older gray-haired boomer and bosses to fuck off. So you go in, you say, fuck you. Sometimes the finger's optional. I know. You guys see me do the finger all the time, so you think, oh, that's mandatory. No, the words are sufficient enough. You don't even need the words. You just get the finger. One of the two is needed. Okay? Just go like that. And that also means fuck you. And then you don't work there anymore. Fuck you, I quit. I'll take the buyout. Bye. I can't find people. By the way, if you work at Starbucks physically, you have to go in. That makes sense. But yeah, the debate about, oh, do you have to go back? And no, you don't. The corporations are losing this battle, as you rightly should. While his stated goal, hold on, there we go. While the stated goal is to build and strengthen our culture, fuck your culture. God, Jesus. According to a recent Business Insider report, that's also a worthless publication, data shows that as other companies try the same maneuver across the U.S., what's actually happening is that more men have returned to in-office settings than women. So this is good for women, right? Less heart attack, less stroke, more work-life balance. Is that the right? Researchers are now concerned about the impact this may have on career advancements opportunities for women in the workforce. Fuck you. Just fuck off. This is such bullshit. No, hang on, was it? Researchers are now concerned. What researchers? Hang on, what's this guy's name? I'm retitling this. This is Kit Eaton. Kit, what researchers? Were women complaining about? Were there actual complaints? I want your receipts, Kit. You blue-haired avatar moron. Where is this really a concern, or is this just clickbait? Because you're painting women in a very bad light right now. Okay, I gotta wonder. The TikTok girls make women look fucking atrocious in this country. HR Karens, especially that the home wrecker that got busted at the Coldplay. Not to mention HR women's general bitchy behavior and lying about jobs. You give women a bad reputation. And now I got to ask, are women really complaining about it? Researchers, really? I'm trying to, in honest defense, I don't know if women are this whiny or entitled. There's arguments maybe, but I call bullshit, kid. Show me your receipts. Of course, we got the internet. It's going out. Subscribe for premium for just $1. No, not with this slop. A new Labor Department survey shows the extent of the RTO wave hitting corporate America in 2023. 34% of unemployed men said they spent at least some time working from home. But in 2024, the figure fell to 29%, Wall Street Journal reports. Things get interesting when examining data concerning workers for women. Both 2023 and 2024, the percentages said they worked from home stayed constant, around 36%. The journal notes. Okay, good for women. I'm glad they're staying home and that they're making money and they don't have to commute. How is this bad for them? But the report revealed a background trend where the gap is bigger since the disease than before. The paper quoted Nicholas Bloom, a Stanford economist, economists. Well, you could trust those guys, specializing in study remote work, who expressed worries about what this gender pay gap means for women's career futures. If I look up Nicholas Bloom's politics, is going to be leftist feminist horseshit. Nicholas Bloom. This better be an old cranky looking dude. American economist. He looks. No, I don't trust him. He looks like a vegetarian. A bunch of medals that mean nothing. No. Express worries about what this gender gap means for women's future career. If you have workplaces where it's more likely men go in and women work from home, does that mean some are getting left behind in terms of career progression? Wasn't it to work from home was the main? I swear to God. Bloom's old data, based on questioning 5,000 U.S. working age adults, shows a difference of 3.3 percentage points between male and female work rates, with more women working from home, which is so they are working, right? They're not getting fired. For once, it's two white dude. I think the other guy's a white dude. They're like, oh my God, women most offended. It's not women doing this. 3.3 percentage points between male and female work rates, which has doubled since 2022. So it was 1.7, 1.65%. Now it's 3.3. So what? This isn't a crisis. Bloom also found that women express a desire to work from home more than men do. A margin has remained at about 5 percentage points for the last 5 years. So, wait a minute. So, men get to work, men want to go into the office, they get to go in office. Women, we're talking 5 whole percent here. Women don't want to work in the office, they don't get it working. This is a fucking nothing burger. Why is there always oppression and women most affected? It seems like everybody's getting what they want. You understand what? Look, you have journalists and academia working it together. Two fucking lying shit institutions in the United States. Now, I don't believe either fucking one of you. Always, oh my God, it's a crisis, and this group of people is hurt. This makes sense if you remember that the working from home trend really was a boon to women, particularly working mothers. Yes! Harvard economist Claudia Golden explained to the Journal that this is because it benefited the woman who thought she'd go on leave when she had her first or second child, who can now decide that, hell no, I could still earn money and work from home. Yes. I don't know why this is like, I don't know what, there's nothing to compare this to. People are getting what they want, and you're somehow worried about, but women might fall behind at the office. How many men want to? Well, I want to work from home. This notion is supported by recent reports about Citigroup CEO Jane Fraser, who made a point of keeping some of the flexible working rules that emerged from the pandemic. Fraser acknowledges that this is a deliberate policy, good for her, and says it gives her bank a competitive advantage in an industry not known for being friendly to working mothers. Her family-friendly policy may help attract and retain talent in the long. Oh my God, we got an intelligent CEO over here. Look out, everyone. Her family is people who may have balked at rival institutions less flexible policies. No matter how unfair the policies may appear, one side effect of this urge to boost in-office managerial oversight is that women will be overlooked. No. So far, it doesn't look like women are overlooked. Women are still allowed to work from home. This is a lie. Where were women overlooked? Here comes data from KPMG. All right, is this true? The Journal points out, say 86% of chief executives surveyed said they plan to actively reward people who came into the office with favorable work and financial considerations. If more women stick with remote, we're talking 3.3% difference. With remote hybrid work regimes, will this impact their office visibility and, per KPMG, the potential for future reward? I presume if they have permission to work from, we're not talking about women who got fired or furloughed or laid off. We're talking women are working from home. They're employed. This is agreeable to their employers. This is such a big fucking nothing burger. This trend also parallels recent research on the rise of AI in the workplace and how the evolving technology is already impacting certain classes of job. And UN report. Okay, you're gonna forgive me if I call bullshit on all these reports. Right? The only one I'm going to trust is The Economist because he's got 5,000 data points, and I'll generally grant economists at least do their data well intended, and even then, maybe not. Their conclusions might be off, but the UN contends that women are disproportionately represented among entry-level work roles. Well, if they stop majoring in dumb shit like economics, then maybe they'd have good jobs, which some experts think are more being replaced by AI tools than by others. Thus, women may be 3 times more at risk of AI replacement at work. The UN research concludes, well, then maybe those girls should have gone into STEM or the trades, not HR or journalism. All of this, of course, playing out against a complex social political background in which the Trump administration has squashed DEI efforts. Oh, you mean racist, sexist, discriminatory practices? And even claim that many efforts to equalize the workplace are illegal, of course. In pursuit of this agenda, certain keywords are known to trigger the administration's ire, and women and equality are on the list. What's your take from this? Oh my God, really? Inc. Who owns Inc? Are you guys even making any money? What's your take on this? If your company's considered changing or remote work, hang on. Inc. Who owns Inc? I think this is just a dead magazine. Inc. is owned by Mansudu Ventures. Founder Morningstar acquired Inc. in 2005 with Fast Company. Oh, these are nothing. These are nothing companies. Inc. 1979. Publishes several print magazine issues a year. This is a throw. This is just the logo is what it is now. All these awards that mean nothing. No one's ever heard of them. In 2023, Inc. won the Society of Publication Designers Silver Medal for feature profile non-celebrity story for computer freaks. Feature profile non-celebrity story. Who the fuck are you people? Fast Company. Now headquartered in New York City. Editors in Chiefs, initiatives. I just want to know. Awards. Fucking the General Excellence Award. Fast Company. Hang on. Who owns Fast Company? Mansueto Ventures and PitchBook. Oh, God, I don't need to look at this. This looks like crap. Is Mansueto Ventures profitable? We don't know. It's a private company. Yeah, it's all private. Okay, let's do Fast Company readership because you don't have subscribers anymore. 3 million global readers. Wow, man. 11.5 million average monthly page views. Dude, hang on. Do I get that in views on my YouTube? I get 31,123 times 30. I get 900,000. I get 10% your viewership. I'm just one guy. Oh, okay. Let's just say you're not profitable. I call bullshit on this article. This isn't. You know who this reminds me of? It reminds me of that Hollywood investigator interview guy, and he's got that voice. What do you think about Donald Trump and in the latest movie? He always tries to bait and entrap people to say something that he can use to. I think it works for Variety. Yes, he's gay, which he should not poorly reflect upon the gay community, but he happens to be gay. What do you think? That guy, he's a fat dumb fuck. That's what I think of with this article. It's just to stir the pot. It's just to get what women are going to read. Like, oh my God, we're a men. There's no indication. There's no evidence women are being discriminated. If anything, they're granted more ability to work from home, which I would say is the chalice. This should be a good. So, hey, look, women are success. It also seems men want to come. Oh my God, people are getting what they want. We can't write a happy piece about this. Then we got to reach and stretch. Wait, quick, find Professor Fuckwit so we can get his research that suggests and studies imply. Get the UN report. They're a bunch of dipshits. I don't care. We got to paint it. The women are still oppressed, even though they're getting what they want. And it is. It's not fair to women because it makes them look whiny. And they're not white. That's why I point out it's two white dudes. Oh, let's go to Super. Real, $2 starting the Cappy Gets Starlink fund. Swallow Blue. Hey, Swallow, what's up? Are you coming close to graduation now, man? This is about restoring commuters so businesses like restaurants and gas stations can keep their high profit margins and evaluation. It's too bad it's over. You can't have a welfare state that allows people to live at home and stay at home and cut their expenses and get by. Like, look, if you make it that people can survive without work, they're not going to work. And if for once, I'm not a big welfare guy, right? Not a big Democrat guy, not a big parasite guy. But I'm sorry, you corporate fuckos. Commute downtown and deal with traffic, and you're not going to pay me a living wage. I got to pay for my own parking, and I got master's required, bachelor's preferred, or wherever bullshit. I got to sit on these bullshit meetings, and I'm always getting laid off or out. So I'm not coming downtown. Downtown is no longer feasible anymore. I'm not working for you. And unfortunately, there's going to be a lot of collateral damage for the downtown areas, including a lot of restaurants. I remember, you know what? I wonder if Pete's Diner is still open in the Twin Cities. Pete's Diner, Minneapolis. I bet you it isn't. I couldn't afford it anyway. Peter's Grill. Oh, yeah, it was Pete's Grill. Is it Pete's Diner? Here it is. Pete's Grill to close. Oh, that was 2013. Wait. Yeah, there it is. Oh, wow, that closed 15 years ago. After 99 years in Minneapolis. Wow. 2018, though. Wow. Yeah, it was this old school classic 40s diner type. I couldn't afford it because I wasn't paid enough by Wells Fargo or US Bank. I got the $3 parking where you parked literally 3/4 of a mile away and you had to hoof it into downtown. No one should ever have to suffer that. None of you. None of you should have to suffer that. And yeah, I will go on welfare, but I will never do that again. And I'm glad that Gen Z kind of led the lead in the child. Like, nope, we got standards. There was never going to be a carrot or an apple at the end of this trial and tribulation. It was just string you along someday. Nope. you fair wage, and you make it relatively easy to find employment. If you don't want to do that, that's fine. I'm not sending out 600 resumes. I will just go and work under the table and do some manual labor. I'm not dealing with Karen and HR. I will collect a welfare check and cut my spending to a bare minimum before I disgrace myself and embarrass myself interviewing with HR and going through 5 rounds of interviews because you guys aren't that smart, by the way, corporate America. You're not that smart. You need 5 rounds of interviews to figure it out. You might as well just end for what? 18 months. Training your replacement. Or outsourcing, shutting down. So unfortunately, a lot of those restaurants are going to have to close. And let's just be honest, a lot of them are franchises. So yeah, too bad. Ian Carroll's a new guy, 20 generous dollars. Thank you very much. Aaron, I'll be honest, I've worked at 2 companies back to back that have decent amount of remote work home workers, overwhelming women that are overpaid for underproducing, the cost of which gets put on to us line workers. Well, why don't you work from home then? I mean, it sucks, yeah. And look, there's always been the single mom or mom comes, I got to take my kids sick. There's always been not necessarily even their own faults, just the consequences of having a child, a performance gap between single parents, because technically it would happen to fathers too if they got possession of the kid, and the workers that you will have to pick up the slack. But if you can work from home remotely, well, then do it. I mean, it's not fair to those of you who are, on the line. I agree. But if you can work from home, do it. And The numbers aren't significant. We're talking a 3% difference between men and women. See, the premise of the article is that women are working home for men more. No, we're talking about a 3% difference. Roughly a little bit more than a third of both men and women are working from home. So this is a nothing burger on that. The so assuming that the article is like, oh my God, women are discriminated against. It doesn't matter the sexual composition of those who remotely work. I'm assuming it's both men and women of equal amounts. Unless I'm not looking for another super chat. Unless your argument is that remote work is not as efficient as in-person work, or the nature of your particular job is, yeah, some of us have to be there to do physical things, but we're compensating or having to make up for a lack of production from the remote work. And if that's the case, go be a remote worker. That's the business's manager's problem to deal with. But thank you for the $20. I'm still you get the right people. Look, you're right, and you're not wrong. Some people just can't be trusted to work from home. I understand that. Get them fired. Find the people who can work from home. Everybody, if you can, should be working from home as much as you can. Unless it seems like you kind of got a hybrid, or you need to be there for whatever reason. And if businesses want to be fair, say, okay, you're coming in, we're paying you more. It's just me. But I don't control what these people do and how they run their businesses. Oh, all right. There you go. What do I got? Link below. I have my Amazon affiliate link if you want to do some Amazon shopping. Doesn't cost you anything more. I just get a 5% commission and cut of everything you buy. It's assholeconsulting.com/Amazon. That's it. You just click on the link and you do your shopping. Whether you log in before you shop or shop first, then log in, doesn't matter. Get a 5% commission cut. That's it. See you guys later. Toodles.